That is what I was waiting for on offense. On offense, that is the kind of game that I was waiting for us to play. Defense, I got this and I got that to say about that. But what's up, guys? Game ended maybe 5 minutes ago. Seahawks win a good game, a competitive game, maybe the most important game of the year. Go to 6-5, pick up another road win, and it feels good. It feels good to know that we have this tiebreaker over the Panthers, who look like they might be spiraling out of control a little bit. They might be fading, but they are still a talented team, and we saw their talent on display today. So beating them is a big deal. And today I saw what I had been waiting to see on offense, because the Seattle Seahawks today could not run the ball. Oh, Chris Carson had a few big carries. He had the one where he flipped over a dude and landed on his feet, and it was cool. And he had a couple other big runs, but for the most of the game, it was a yard and a cloud of dust. It was getting tackled at the line of scrimmage. He, despite having a few big carries, he had a 3.4 yard per carry average. Mike Davis, not much better. Penny did nothing. Wilson didn't add anything on the ground. We couldn't run the ball today. 76 rushing yards, not the winning formula for this team. And yet, here we are, victors, 30 points, because the passing game took over. And I'm not going to say it was completely perfect, but it was great. Our passing attack today, Wilson hit big plays. He moved the sticks. He hit, medium plays, hit short stuff. 4th and 3, season on the line. He goes for the deep ball 50 yards down the field, hits David Moore for the touchdown. 3rd and 5, game hanging in the balance, hits Tyler Lockett down the field for a 43-yard gain to basically seal the victory. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting to see if we could do that. A game where we just can't get out of our own way running the ball, where Kuechly and Thomas Davis are controlling the ground attack. I was like, can we do it? Can we do it in that game? Can we do it in a game where Carson isn't carrying the offense? And the answer is yes, we did it. Nothing but positive things to say about Russell Wilson today. Couple times he holds onto the ball too long, but then again, him holding onto the ball for a long time is what made those big plays possible to Moore and Lockett. He had another big play to Trey Madden. Doug Baldwin, obviously not 100%, still got involved in this game, still made some catches. He was an important part of what we did today. Nick Vannett, I noticed him out there. I noticed him making a couple of nice plays out there. Malik Turner getting involved. I didn't even know he was playing. Offensive line, not perfect, but pretty good against a pretty good Carolina front with one of my favorite players of all time, Julius Peppers. So, yeah. What else can you say other than this offense showed me something today, man? This offense that I was thinking, like, okay, what's our backup plan when we can't run the ball? I don't know if we have one. Feels like either we run the ball well or we don't win games. Today we didn't run the ball well at all, and we won the freaking game. So, huge shout out to Wilson, huge shout out to Lockett and Moore. I was afraid when Baldwin was clearly not 100% in this game, but those guys, they basically made up for it, man. And I know that Lockett and Moore cannot take over a game the same way that healthy Doug Baldwin can, but they can do their own thing. And I've always known that. I've always liked those guys. David Moore might be something really special, by the way. The jury's out. So, yeah. The offense did their thing. Now, defensively, okay. You hold a good offense on the road to 27 points. They obviously earned all of those 27 points, though, and other than like 2 Carolina drives in this game, they were in the red zone pretty much every time they touched the ball. They got the ball, they were marching it down the field. Christian McCaffrey destroyed us. Their misdirection stuff destroyed us. Cam Newton ran and passed all over us. Curtis Samuel had a big end around in the first half of that game. When they dropped back to pass, DJ Moore had a monster game. Trey Flowers and even Shaquille Griffin got beat quite a bit out there. frustrating to watch a little bit. Shaquille, especially with that really bad, really obvious pass interference flag, where, you know, he just doesn't turn around and jumps right into the receiver. I think it was Curtis Samuel. So you don't you don't like to see that. So basically, they were marching the ball up and down the field on us. They had nearly 500 yards of offense. Somehow, they don't score. I mean, they scored eventually. They broke through in that second half. They were putting up a couple of touchdowns. They were constantly moving the ball every time they got it in the second half, especially. But we did just enough, and we made them work for it. We did give up a lot of big plays. We gave up some big, you know, conversions. We couldn't stop the run for piss. McCaffrey ran all over us, like I said. Cam ran all over us. Couldn't stop the pass either. Cam completed like 80% of his passes, but we made them work for it, and that created a situation where we did just enough because they're going for it on 4th and 2 inside the 10-yard line, and we stop them. Awesome. We're stopping them on a 3rd and 1 because Nazir Jones gets a great jump on the ball and tackles McCaffrey for a big loss, and they're kicking a field goal. We force them to have to keep running plays, so you get something like Cam Newton deciding, I'm just going to throw this ball into triple coverage because I feel like it, and whatever. I don't know what that's about, but Cam Newton drop back, throw it into triple coverage in the end zone. Thank you. Couldn't go on that game without you, I don't think. And then the 52-yard missed field goal on the part of Mr. Graham Gano. We did just enough to keep them off the board, enough to win this game because, you know, I don't know. Obviously, it's some of the stuff that Carolina was doing because we didn't make Cam Newton throw the ball into triple coverage. We didn't make Graham Gano miss a 52-yard field goal. I get that. I'm not saying that we deserve the credit for that, but what we did do is we forced them to keep running plays. And I can give them credit for that because the more plays you make them run, the more opportunities they have to make mistakes. And the 4th down failed conversion, the pick. And hey, I'll say it, we got unlucky in this game a lot too. Christian McCaffrey fumbled the ball 3 times. I think Jarius Wright fumbled the ball 1 time. And they had another fumble on offense, and they recovered all of them. If we get even a little bit of luck and recover 2 of those fumbles, maybe this looks a lot better than it is. But we overcame that, so I have to give the defense credit on that too. So I'm conflicted, you know. We stopped them from scoring, but we did not stop them from moving. And this is not a defense that I think Pete Carroll is thrilled about putting on his resume because the defense that he has always prided himself on is one that stops the other team. But good win. Great win, guys. We played great in the second half. We played good in the 4th quarter. We made just enough plays on defense. Offense was, hey, the backup plan worked, right? I mean, we all know what our 1st, 2nd, and 3rd priority is on offense. Today we couldn't get that done, so we took care of it in other ways. And it was good to remember that we have those other ways. All right. Next week, things get a little easier. The December schedule kicks off. It's a little better. It's still not going to be easy, but we have put ourselves in position to play a bunch of games at home and get out of here with a winning record, get out of this season with a winning record, and maybe even a playoff spot. And what I saw today has given me some optimism that we can do that. All right. Might stream Zodiac Age later tonight after the late game. I'm not sure. If I do, maybe I'll see some of you guys there. If not, I'll make another video when it's time for me to make another video. Peace.